Life is good.
Tucked back on a road that never sees many cars or people, you'll find a keypad on a gate, and on the other side of it, a piece of Texas history that is slowly fading away, being retaken by the landscape around it. A lot of people use the term ghost town, but this place tucked inside a state park here in Texas is more of a ghost ranch. A ghost farm, you could say. Once somebody's life, their land, a place where a family came together just to survive. And somewhere in between all of that hard work made memories that nobody recorded. If you've ever watched Lonesome Dove or Little House on the Prairie, it's easy to close your eyes and imagine a Texas before all the noise. When horses were your only way out, and most of your day was spent outside, and the best sleep you ever got came after a hard day's work. This trail is that place. Somewhere you can imagine a working ranch still alive around you, and watch a landscape slowly take back what was once somebody's everything.
What's up, YouTube? It's Matt with the Matt Out Here YouTube channel, and today I'm bringing y'all back to the Bauer unit here at the Guadalupe River State Park. We're going to be hiking a trail that used to be old ranching country. So I'm going to take y'all along, show y'all some pretty cool stuff, remnants of the past, and we're just going to check this place out, get some steps in, and enjoy ourselves. All right, y'all, let's go.
The unit you're standing in right now carries the Bauer name, and that goes back to 1856 when a German immigrant named Philipp Bauer settled this land along the Guadalupe River. But he wasn't alone in that. By the 1840s and 1850s in Texas, tens of thousands of Germans were pouring into the Texas Hill Country, and a group of German noblemen called the Adelsverein essentially packaged immigration, chartered ships, and moved entire families across the Atlantic and pointed them west. They founded New Braunfels in 1845 and then Fredericksburg in 1846. And from there, they had two anchors, and German settlers spread out across the hills, staking claims on whatever land that they could get their hands on. What they found when they got here wasn't easy ground. The hill country is beautiful, but it is very rough country. The soil is thin over limestone, and the trees fight for every cleared acre. The summers are long and the droughts are pretty tough, but these families came from a Europe that had run out of room for them, and they weren't going back. On land like this, the Bauers would have kept a mixed operation, which was common for small hill country farms of that era. They had cattle, hogs, goats, and chickens for meat and income, and a kitchen garden for the family, with corn, beans, sweet potatoes, and maybe some fruit trees along the creek. They would have grown some grain, likely sorghum or corn, both for feed and for grinding into meal. And then mohair from Angora goats was already becoming a big deal in the hill country. By the second half of the 1800s, Texas would eventually become the top mohair producer in the world, and a lot of that started right here in this part of the state.
So this part of the trail really starts off with this thick cedar forest. Then it opens up into some prairies. And I believe those prairies were once used as farmland because those prairies have kind of maintained themselves, although the cedar is invasive and it is slowly moving in. Something that I love about this trail is the abundance of birds. When you walk down the trail, you get to hear them singing first thing in the morning.
Cattle was the engine of Texas, though. After the Civil War ended in 1865, the demand for beef exploded. The northern states were pretty hungry, and the railheads in Kansas were open for business, and Texas had millions of longhorns roaming free, descendants of the Spanish mission cattle, which were tough and able to walk long distances and keep weight on them. Cowboys pushed massive herds north of the Chisholm Trail and others like it, and for $30 a month, young men traded months in the saddle and sleeping on the ground for an income. By the 1880s, the open range era was closing fast. Barbed wire, which was invented in 1874, started carving Texas up into private land. The railroads pushed further south, which meant you didn't have to drive cattle to Kansas anymore. Operations got more organized, and small family farms like this one evolved. The Bauer family held this land through multiple generations before it eventually changed hands. J. David Bamberger, the man this trail is named after, acquired the property much later, in the latter half of the 20th century. What makes Bamberger interesting is that he wasn't a lifelong rancher. He co-founded Church's Chicken, and then eventually the state acquired this unit. But walk through here, and what you're really standing in is the echo of that original German settlement era. Families who crossed an ocean, cleared this limestone ground by hand, and built something from nothing, and made a life in a place that asked everything of them just to survive.
So the gate to the Bauer unit does not open until 8 a.m. sharp. You cannot get in any earlier. Couldn't have picked a more beautiful morning to come out here. The sun's just starting to poke up off the horizon. The birds are singing. You got a little bit of warmth, but this nice cool breeze blowing through. It's beautiful prairie land. It's pretty awesome. Life is good. When people say I want to reconnect with nature, I think of a place like this where you've got these deep roots in Texas history, but the landscape, it's been taken over again by all of the native Texas plants and wildlife. And you can come out here and enjoy kind of two different things at the same time.
This land has been a lot of things: a dream somebody crossed an ocean for, a place where a family woke up before sunrise every single day and went to bed tired every single night, a working ranch, a changing of hands, a restoration, and now a trail. But the land doesn't really change. The Guadalupe River still runs the same direction it always has, and the cedar still fights for every inch. The limestone is still the same limestone Philipp Bauer broke his back trying to farm in 1856, and what changes is the people on it. And someday somebody's going to walk this same trail and have no idea any of us were ever here either. That's not a sad thing, that's just the deal. This place reminded me that the lives that came before ours were harder, quieter, in a lot of ways fuller. They didn't have much, but what they had they built with their hands, and they meant it. So if you ever need to slow down, and most of us do, find a gate on a road that doesn't see many cars, walk through it, let the landscape talk. It's been here a long time, and it has a lot to say.
Well, the trail was a little muddier than I anticipated, so I'm gonna have to clean my shoes after this one. That's on me for thinking I could get away with wearing white shoes out here. I hope y'all enjoyed this trail, and I hope y'all got something out of this. I know I sure did. But stay tuned. We got more hikes ahead, more adventures, and more places to see. But until the next one, y'all, take care of yourself.